In this video, I am going to talk about diet and your microbiome. Enjoy. One thing that has the greatest impact on your gut microbiome is the foods that you eat. Because these organisms, the only way that they are surviving in your gut is off of the food that you eat. So if you're eating foods which have things in there which kill off microorganisms, so we know that pesticides which contain glyphosate disrupt one of the pathways in a lot of bacteria that live in your gut. One of the things you could do in your diet is to try to eat as much organic food as possible. And basically, organic food is not marketed as being tastier or being any different than the normal food. The only difference is how it is grown and raised. It is raised, and one of the standards is it is raised without the use of synthetic pesticides. And these pesticides could affect your microbiome. So number one is to eat as much organic food as you can. The next thing is the types of food that you eat. Because you want to set up, increase the diversity of species in your gut of microorganisms, you need to eat a diverse diet. You can't be eating the same foods every single day in and out. You have to, in and out. Don't be eating in and out every single day. Anyways, you need to increase the diversity of foods that you're eating. You eat a variety of different foods. You want to eat a variety of different plant foods, and that is key. Plant-based diet is better for your microbiome, or a mostly plant-based diet is better for your microbiome because of the fibers. And a lot of the microorganisms that live in your gut, they will digest the dietary fibers that your body can't digest. And when they do digest it, they make waste products which feed us, and they make waste products which feed other, hopefully friendly microorganisms to keep the populations in a good balance. So the more dietary fiber that you eat, especially from fruits, vegetables, legumes, beans, and whole grains, the more of these that you eat, the more you're going to be feeding the good microorganisms, and the more species diversity and you'll have, and ultimately the better health you have. Now, another thing which could have a profound effect on your gut microbiome is antibiotics. So this is another argument for eating foods which are not, meats especially, which are not raised without antibiotics, because these animals that are raised with antibiotics, they could potentially be tainted and pass those on to you when you eat the food, and that could disrupt your microbiome. And if you don't have to take an antibiotic, if it's not 100% necessary, then you shouldn't take the antibiotic. But if you do have to take an antibiotic for your health, then you need to replenish your gut with healthy bacteria. And that brings me to the next area of discussion, which is foods which actually have probiotics in them. And these are the fermented foods such as kimchi, sauerkraut, the fermented dairy. If you don't have a problem with dairy, some people have a problem digesting dairy. If you don't have a problem with dairy, yogurt is excellent for those species of lactobacillus, which are very friendly species. Eating foods that are high in probiotics, and then foods that are high in prebiotics could also help you. So these are the fiber foods, and specifically foods that have a lot of prebiotics are things like Jerusalem artichoke, like I mentioned earlier, the whole grains, Also foods which contain polyphenols, like fun foods like chocolate and raspberries and blueberries, all whole foods. So in general, like concerning the microbiome and diet, when you think about all these diet books that are out there, they're all pushing for you to eat whole foods, things that are not synthesized, things that don't have additives. So to have a healthy microbiome, really, the more whole foods that you eat in your diet, the better your microbiome is going to be, because it's not going to have pesticides, it's not going to have other additives like dyes and emulsifiers that could disrupt your microbiome. And that's all I have for you today. If you liked the video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell so that you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.